Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're coming across one of my videos, welcome. My name is Deurys and I create traveling, cooking, and also self-care content. So if this is something that sparks your interest, then you should definitely hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop new content. So today I'm gonna share some tips on how to, not really how to overcome, but things that I did that helped push me into making that decision on booking that trip. So if this is something that sparks your interest, if this is something that you're interested in, stay tuned. So if you didn't know, now you know. I took a solo trip to Budapest, guys, on my own. This video is for anybody, especially you. Yes, you. Yes, you who was doubting taking that solo trip for many other reasons. You're probably waiting on that specific person, you have safety concerns, you have doubts, or you just don't know where to go. Now, if you didn't know, I'm a great advocate for mental health, for self-care, anything that brings emotional balance into your life, right? I'm all for do whatever you need to do as long as it's legal and as long as it brings you long-term positive benefit. As explained in my previous video, I started practicing self-care, let's say early 2019, where I incorporated and associated traveling as a form of self-care practice. And to be honest, that was one of the best decisions I've ever made. But I was hesitant. So today I'm gonna share some tips on how to, not really how to overcome, but things that I did that helped push me into making that decision on booking that trip. Okay, so tip number one, you have to have a purpose. In my situation, as explained in the videos prior as well, I was in a very critical mind state, and for me it was crucial that I had a change of scenery. For me, it was very important that I had a different environment, that I just needed something different. And having a purpose, for me, the purpose at that time was having peace of mind and just seeing something different. And that purpose kind of made the decision-making process easier as to I need to make this trip. So in my opinion, it is important to have a purpose. Tip number two, do your research, guys. Do your research. You have to know what you want. And in my situation, I weighed my options. I live in the Netherlands and I needed to know, do I want to visit another city? Do I want to visit another European country? Do I want to visit another continent? So I weighed my options, and it's important to know what you want. And based on my personal circumstance, I knew, okay, I only have the weekends. So that means I'd rather stay within Europe just for, the sake of a change of scenery. So the next thing I did was I considered which airlines were having the best last minute deals. And I will place somewhere on the screen my go-to websites, because it is important that whenever you're going to take a trip, you have or you find or you book the best available rate. It's cheaper in any aspect of discussion. So that's what I did next. I ensured that I was looking for the best last minute deals and making sure that what it was being offered kind of matched my budget. And guys, part of the research aspect is knowing where you're gonna travel to. Besides looking for cheap hotels or a mall or a specific store, know that where you're traveling to is safe. So I always look for safety reviews. For me, that's very important, because as a person traveling alone, I want to make sure that I don't have to be looking next to my shoulders. I don't want to be worried. So for me, it is very important to know that where I'm going to is safe. The next thing is affordable hotels, the accessibility of that affordable hotels. Okay, is it easy to get from the airport to the hotel, or is it easy to get from that hotel to the airport? That's very important to know before you can make your decision. And I think knowing those things kind of made me more feel at ease, seeing that or knowing that I was going alone. Also, the accessibility around the city, like, is that hotel centrally located? Are all the excursions or everything that you want to see or want to do Is it far from that hotel? So it is important to know where you're staying, and so you know what to expect. And like for me, knowing whether or not they were vegan options was very important to me, because knowing whether or not has a big impact on whether or not I go to the destination. So that's something to consider. Know where you're going and know what to expect, so you know how to perceive that destination. And another advice I will say is be prepared. Like, know what you want to do at that destination. Know what excursions or what tours. It's important to be prepared. Even if it's possible, try to buy those excursion tickets or those tour tickets in advance. So when you're there, you're already ready and you know what to do, what to expect. It was one of the most scariest thing I ever did in my life. I had no idea what to expect, but at the end it turned out great. I arrived, I followed the information I got from online, of course, to the T. I knew that I needed to purchase my bus return ticket already at the airport. They didn't advise me to just buy a one way and then buy the other one after. They advise you to buy it then and there. So I did that. I arrived to the whatever, okay, Google Maps said I needed to stop at a certain bus stop. I did that. I walked to my hotel, I checked in, and everything seemed to be okay. And then I realized my internet doesn't work. Oh my god. It seems like the bundle that I topped up before I left from the Netherlands was only available in the Netherlands, so it didn't work in Budapest. So I was kind of, and I didn't know that. I just thought like, oh, it doesn't work because it's not in the Netherlands. Either way, I was kind of bummed about that, but it turned out to be great. Before leaving my hotel, I made sure knew where I was located and which area I needed to walk to get to wherever I wanted to go. So I just made sure I knew where I was, or I knew how to walk back. But it turned out great. I just left my hotel and I just walked, took pictures and just embraced as I walked. That's what I did, and it turned out to be great. It turned out to be amazing. But I was scared. I was like, oh my god, maybe someone will know that I'm alone and they will follow me and harm me. But it was not like that. Of course, I already knew where I wanted to eat. I had like options that I looked for online, and I just freely discovered the city, and it was a very, very nice time. It was a very nice. Oh my god, there was this instance where I remember I was sitting at a McDonald's outside just getting Wi-Fi because I needed to find a specific something that I was looking for in specific. And I remember I was walking and I would sit at the McDonald's outside to get the Wi-Fi, and then I will keep walking, but then I couldn't really figure it out, so I would come back. So I came back like 3 times, and this person, it was a woman actually, and she just kept watching me, and I was like, oh my god, she's gonna know I'm alone here, my god. Like I just freaked out. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what, whatever. I just knew that I didn't want to come back around that area so that person don't see me. But it was fine. It was kind of creepy, but it turned out to be fine. To be honest, it was more like a liberating trip, because I didn't know that I had that courage, and I didn't know that doing that on my own will feel so good. But it was just a very amazing experience that I will wish everyone else to just have that same feeling. I remember overcoming the fear of having dinner alone. Like, as stupid as it sounds, I just couldn't fathom the fact of me having dinner alone. For me, that was like so uncomfortable and so embarrassing, but I did it and it felt good. I ordered my food, I had my dinner, I think I had ice cream after, and then I just walked back to my hotel. I was able to think, I was able to breathe, I was able to experience something different, and it was a very beautiful feeling. I felt so recharged when I came back. It was such an amazing feeling that when I came back, I was already looking for other destinations that I wanted to travel to. It was an amazing feeling. So yeah, I just wanted to share my experience, and I wanted to share with you guys exactly what to expect or what to feel, and let you know that it is okay. Like, it's really not a big deal to take a plane, take a flight, and just go to a new destination.